Alright, so let's try this. I have no idea how this is gonna work. Ooh, it's doing stuff. Oh, this is ridiculous. Oh, that's gross. Whatever. Alright, here's our slab. Maybe? There's our, oh, my orientation is so wacky. Oh, come on, really? Alright. So then we have a block on top. Right, let's call that B for block and S for slab. We know the masses, right? MB is 10 kilograms. S is 40 kilograms. But I think what you said is the difference between kinetic and static. So mu, oh come on, is usually less, right? Because once it starts moving is different than when it's stuck. So what you have in your notes is that you plug this in just to find out whether or not this thing will actually slide with respect to the slab, right? If the force that is being pulled with isn't enough to overcome the force of friction, static friction, then there won't be any relative motion between the slab and the block, right? The fact that you found that when you plugged in, like, if we find the force, what is it? We have 100 forces, or 100 newtons, is going to be greater than the force of friction, static friction, right? Which is mu n, so 0.6 times the normal force, which is the mass of block B, times gravity, which is 0.6 times 10 times 9.8. It clearly is going to come out less than 100, right? Because 10 times 10 is 100 times 60 is, or 0.6 would be 60. So I think it was like 59 you had in there. So that means the force that you pulled it with is going to be higher than the force of static friction or whatever. I don't know why I put a 4 there, just because I can. So that means it's going to slip between. There's going to be some slippage. So then you want to find the force that you have. The acceleration once it gets going is going to be based on the force or the coefficient of kinetic friction, right? Because we know that it's easier to get something to move or continue to move than it is to get it to move. Whatever, grow up. I'll explain that again better, maybe. This is my first one, you gotta deal with it. Right, so then the force of friction kinetic is gonna be 10 times 9.8 times 0.4, which I think you had your notes. Actually, so let's see if this is enough. Oh, oops.